CES 2026. I'm super excited to be here with my friend Rishad Tobaccowala.
Great to be with you, Jeremy, again.
Thank you for carving out time for us. Tell the folks what you do and where you come from.
So these days I'm a self-employed author, speaker, and advisor. But many years ago I worked with Jeremy and others at the Publicis Group.
Fantastic. What excites you? Why are you here? Why come to CES?
I basically believe that one of the driving factors of the change of society and culture is technology, broadly defined. And CES allows you to see the world's global technology, from big companies to startups, all in one place. That's one reason. The second, more personal, is since I work for myself, being in places like this reminds people I'm still alive.
That's very important.
Yes.
So I heard you've been on the show floor. What have you seen that excites you?
I think the single biggest thing, specific with technology, obviously AI is everywhere, but the one that I found most interesting was very old school, the new RGB technology, which is like if you think about regular TV, and then there was plasma, then there was LED, then there was OLED.
And then there was 3D
and
also.
Yeah. But which didn't go anywhere, but this, where the red, blue, and green are separate pixels, is pretty much an amazing breakthrough. And if you start beginning to think about it, it's like Dolby laser light in an AMC theater. So if there's one additional reason besides Netflix buying CBS that you have to worry about theaters, is these screens are getting so good that the screens in the theaters are not good. Besides, you don't have to pay for the popcorn. So that's broadly. But more specifically, more broadly, whenever there are times of change, and AI clearly is the driving force of change, you find all kinds of partners partnering with each other. So many years ago when I was at Publicis, I came up with this term called digital leakage. When something becomes digital, it's not audio or video or print, it's all together. AI is a form of digital leakage, which is creating an orgy of partnerships, of people like connecting with each other. It's like a mad orgy of partnerships.
Yeah, like I remember one year, so it's not CES, but I was at Mobile World Congress, like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, and the CEOs of Mercedes-Benz and BMW announced a $1 billion startup fund.
Yes.
That they were jointly...
That they were jointly...
and like fierce competitors that are now like, because things are changing so quickly, they have no choice.
They have no choice. And a big thing with AI is because it's connecting things. If you are not feeling connected, it doesn't work. So you're beginning to basically say that I will reroute around anybody who doesn't allow me to connect.
Right. Yeah. So, to the pace of change question, what do you do to keep up with the pace of change? I know it's a hot topic for you.
It is a hot topic. So, one of the things is change is difficult, and I've written about it, that change sucks. But on the other hand, irrelevance is even worse. And a big part where it's very difficult to change is I've written about both the future doesn't fit in the containers of the past or the mindsets of the past. So one of the reasons, in addition to being here, to being exposed to things, is that it lets me see how things are changing. And it is a combination of both, I would say, imagination, aspiration, and inspiration, and oh shit, right? It's both of those things.
Yeah.
And so for companies and for individuals managing change, I would simply say 3 key things. Number one is it's not whether change is good or bad. The choice is it's difficult, but irrelevance is worse. Second is just decide on a few things that you'd like to learn more about, and you can deep dive. You don't have to be at CES, you can see it on videos, etc. And the third is recognize, and I know this talking to a lot of senior people all over the world, everybody's worrying how to stay relevant. And in some ways, nobody exactly knows what's going on. We're making it up as we go.
So have to figure it out together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. My last question is crystal ball question.
Sure.
If we were to do this interview again in 2 years here at CES in Las Vegas, how does the marketing and advertising world in particular look different?
So I basically believe that I was the person who coined the term that nobody likes agencies, and this is like a 4A's thing, and they called us dinosaurs. And 20 years ago I said, we're not dinosaurs, we're cockroaches. Nobody might like us, but we find a way to scuttle around. So I basically believe that AI is going to make us into flying cockroaches, and not just cockroaches. But it's going to have 3 implications, the best I can tell. almost every business and every leader is going to have to change, and that is an opportunity for people.
Yep.
Second is it's very likely that agencies are going to become far more diverse than being just a few holding companies. The smaller agencies are growing much faster than the larger agencies. And most of the larger companies are going to be smaller in size but more profitable, but they're going to be smaller in size. So I actually think the number of employees in the agency business broadly will be higher. The number of people in the big agencies will be smaller.
Interesting. Shrinkage and growth.
So right, so shrinkage of the big ones,
Yeah.
but they could be more profitable, but
Right.
there'll be shrinkage, but many more opportunities and many more different kinds of companies, which you're already seeing that more focused and independent agencies are growing faster than the large companies.
Yeah. Awesome. That's a great place to leave it. Thank you again for making time.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah. Stay tuned for more updates from the 4As. Thanks again to Rishad.
Thank
We'll
you.
talk soon.